through the live online exam day experience. Now, testing live online is a magically great experience. I think you should do it, right? It's awesome. Now, the top reasons to take your exam live online. Number one, you're more comfortable at home or in the office. I've been sitting in this chair forever. Feels good. I'm used to it. It's not new. I don't have to worry about anything. That's really awesome. And there's more times, there's more dates available, easy peasy. You can get in there, knock this thing out, and move on to the next challenge in life. So those are big reasons to take it online. Now, some of the reasons why people don't take it live online is that there's a potential for technical issues. Now, they have system tests and they have everything to figure it out, but occasionally, once in a blue moon, a little bit technical issues, gremlins pop up and they knock it down. So if you don't want to take that risk, no big deal. I'm not good with tech stuff. You can go to the testing center. Additionally, it can be hard for certain times to control the environment. I got 3 kids. I try to tell them what to do. They don't listen to me. And so they might come in here and do other things. So if it's crazy in your house, yeah, it might be better to go off and do it somewhere else. Those are the different things to think through. And lastly, you don't get a scratch pad when you're at home, but here's the deal. We don't need a scratch pad. We don't need a data dump. We don't need any of that stuff. We got our brain, our heart, our guts, our everything, and we're rolling through with the process. So not a valid reason not to take it live online. So let's roll with that. Now, Pearson VUE, they're really good about this. They lay out all the requirements. I'm going to lay out a ton of them. We got a PDF that lays out like the online stuff that's in study resources, and we have tons of links for you, okay? Now, when you get your when you start taking your live online, there's 3 things that you're going to have to make sure you nail down. Your system test, like they're going to run a test against your computer, make sure that the firewalls, that Teams is not blocking it, all these different things, okay? They're going to have you think about your testing space, controlling the environment, and make sure you got the IDs ready, okay? Because they're going to do a triple check on your IDs and your space and all this jazz. Let me talk it through. So let's talk about this system test. Now, do not wait until exam day to run the system test. I can't implore you, or I can't emphasize this as enough. Now, I am not a techie guy, right? And so I ran the system test here. Took me about 20 minutes to get all the things, that the production software and all the other stuff that I have running, to not be blocked there. I was able to figure it out without calling my wife or the tech dudes. So there you go. That's good for you. And but you don't want to wait till exam day. You don't want that stress. You want to run the test multiple times before to make sure you're all kosher, so that on exam day everything runs smooth. Okay. Now, when you go to run your system test, and we have a little PDF that has the links and all this jazz in there, and you're going to get an email a week before your exam that says, "Hey, go run the system test." It's pinging you off for that. So when you go there, you're going to get your unique code. You download this little thing, and you run the test off the download. So when you do, it comes up like this, bing, bang, boom. First thing it checks is your microphone, then it checks your speakers, then it checks your webcam. What do you know? I was running production software to film videos for you. It was all cattywampus and blocked it all, so I had to shut all that stuff down. I had to make sure that my webcam was plugged in right. Boom, easy peasy. Bang, my face showed up. Let's see the picture. Hey, that's me right there. We made it work, okay? Didn't take much, just had to shut down the production software, okay? Then it's going to have you run system diagnostics. This takes a couple minutes, no big deal. Inevitably, I had issues because it's me, okay? So don't worry about it. Now it checks your speed. I had to do some things with my internet, no big deal. To go through there, bang, it worked. Easy peasy. This is why you want to run it about a week before, okay? And then the day before, and then you're going to run it again the day of. All right. And so as it ran through there, boom, it hit some issues. It said, hey, you got Teams running in the back. I didn't even know I had Teams running in the back because we don't use Teams. We use Slack, whatever. So I turned it off, and then it said unplug additional monitors in that little thing. So here's the thing. I got 3 monitors rolling. I had to unplug them. I had just 1 monitor. And when you're on exam day, you should just turn your monitor to face if you have extra monitors, turn them to face the other way, drape a towel over them or something like that. They just don't want you to be, gaming this thing. So simple as that. Once I unplugged the monitors, bing, it worked like magic, okay? Now, that's what they said. If you system shut down, you got to turn down those, if you have a system blocker or whatever, or, firewall, whatever you're saying, you got to shut those down. You got to unplug your monitors. It's all good, okay? Now, at the end, I couldn't take a picture of this because, they don't want you to take a picture of this, and we want to respect them. And so it runs you through like, hey, this is what the exam is going to be like. It's literally one question. It's a pretty simple Spartan looking UI or interface, okay? And so what it does is it launches this simulation and asks you one specific question, okay? And then it has a bunch of answers. Hey, you're going to use this computer. It's just reaffirming, hey, you ran the system test on the right computer, right? You're going to have a clean desk and you're going to bring your ID. My desk currently right now is like 3 cups of coffee on it. I would have to take those off and, clean the papers off and all that stuff. No big deal. Stay within the webcam view it recommends unless you're on break. No big deal there. Keep your cell phone out of arm's reach, but you can have it in the room. That's pretty sweet after you've checked in. Don't read the questions out loud. Now, if you wanted to wear a mask, because it's COVID-y time still technically, you could wear a mask. Who are they to stop you, right? Now, regardless, you can't read the questions out loud, and the proctor will probably say, hey, don't read the questions out loud. So you can read them in your head. You can kind of do that. You'll be fine. Just don't verbally say them out loud, okay? Now, once you're done with all that stuff, bing, it says, hey, you've completed this anonymous test. Your system's good. Everything's good. They ask you, what's next? Make sure you register for your exam online. I didn't register for exam, right? Because I don't need to take the exam, but there it is. You register online, and then it says you're going to receive an email about a week out there to run the system test and everything for exam day. So this is just to get you ahead. Really, really simple. If I can do it, you can do it, we can do it, and you can take the test on exam day, no problem, online, all right? Now, let's talk about this testing space, okay? The room you're sitting in. Your testing room, where you're sitting, like your little office, your little desk, whatever, it's got to be private, so you can't have it like in the kitchen while everybody else is there, right? It's got to be quiet, so simple as that. It's got to be free from interruptions, no dogs, no cats, no kids, no wives and husbands and boyfriends and girlfriends and random folk coming in, right? It's got to be well lit, can't do it in a cave technically, and it's got to be cleared of personal or prep material, okay? So it's nothing like you have to clean the room out and make it just like an empty room. You can have shelves, you can have stuff, you can have things, but if you got a whiteboard with like PMP junk written on there, clean it off. If you got books, like put them to the side. Just be reasonable. They're reasonable, okay? Now, like I said, you can have your cell phone. You just got to have it out of arm's reach, right? That's it. And as we think about the ID, they're very clear here. You got to have your ID for the exam, okay? Now, here it is. It's got to be a government ID. It's not a photocopy of an ID. It's got to have the exact name that matches your, application and all that stuff. Simple as that. Clear right there, all right? Now, you can have a passport. You can have a driver's license. You can have identification card from like a national, state, or province ID, I guess. And then an alien registration card, like a green card or a permanent resident card, okay? Visa. All right, so you can have those. And then the unacceptable ones are certain DOD or CAT cards or things like that. So just take it up a level, okay? And make sure that you physically have the ID, of course, right? So as you walk through there, PMI or Pearson VUE has a great page explaining everything. We're going to put a link in there so that you can go see it. How you have the right equipment, all that stuff. Very easy. Don't need to go super deep, but it's there, okay? It's a pretty good site. It's very simple. Now, they also have a simple PDF. We have it in study resources that lays it out. It's really beautifully done. Good job, Pearson VUE. And it lays out all the details. They want you to be successful. They want you to be comfortable, and so do I. So check it out, all right? No big deal there. Now, when you take the online exam, you're going to be recorded. Now, this is a good thing, okay? Because you want them to be able to see what you're doing, and you want, if there's any issues or whatever, to have a record of it, to be like, dude, I didn't do anything wrong. Ain't no big deal. And during the exam, you're going to have a little picture of you up in the corner, a video, okay? Now, as a dude that has to look at himself in videos all the time, it can be weird when you start, but eventually you just forget about it. Who cares? And so it's up there. It's all for your protection to say, hey, they're recording you. They're seeing you. It's all cool. It's all good. So just disregard it. No big deal. You know what you look like, right? And so that's it. Now, as you get to exam day, we'll talk through the check-in process. You've run the system test before. You make sure you're good. You cleaned off the rooms. You told the dog, hey, I'll play with you later. All that stuff. And so they lay out security check-in process. Now, when you go, you're going to go through the online testing page. They're going to send you an email, how to log in. Bing, it's really easy. You should be there at least 30 minutes early, about 30 minutes to 15 minutes. You can't check in earlier than 30, okay? But you want to be there, in case goofy issues with the tech stuff, no big deal. And it says completing your check-in early will not allow you to start your exam early, but you're going to go through it and be present and be relaxed, do your breathing, easy peasy. And then, okay, you're just going to go through this the simple process when they lead you through it. They're going to guide you through it. Don't overthink it. It's going to be really easy. The login process is a lot like the checking your status or checking your, the tech availability that we talked about, running your system test. Same thing. Easy, easy, easy. So that's going to be all right. Now, when you go there, you're going to have to do some ID stuff, okay? So prior to beginning your exam, you have to provide photos through your phone of yourself. You're going to take a picture of yourself, bang. You're going to have to take a picture of your ID, and you're going to have to do a 360 of your room. That's why, you can't have your brother take the test for you. They're going to look at the picture. They're going to look at your ID. AI is going to do the same thing, right? And they're going to say, bing, bing, yep, matches up. Cool, cool, cool. And then as we go through there, yep, headshot, photo ID, and you're going to take 4 photos of your test space. It's going to be really clear. It's going to be guided. It's going to be simple. If we've set our room up the right way, 1 monitor, right? No, crazy PMP charts and junk like that. Everything's easy peasy. You're going to take the photos. You're going to feel comfortable. You're going to kill it. All right? Simple as that. So at the end of the day, the live online experience is great. All right? Run the system test way before, day before, and you're running it a day of. That's what we're going to do. Make sure your room is organized and simplified. Make sure everybody knows what's going on, the timelines, etc. And make sure you have your IDs. Outside of that, you're going to do amazingly. So I love the live online experience. Nothing to be worried about. You're going to be fine. Go forward. Let's kill this exam.